Hi, welcome to the Greater Des Moines Botanical Garden. My name is Eva, and our mission here is exploring, explaining, and celebrating the world of plants. Today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite topics, which is pollination. Do you know what the word pollination means? Pollination is the transfer of pollen from one flower to another flower. There are a lot of different critters that help that pollen get from one place to another, and those are called pollinators. Can you think of any pollinators you might know? Bees, butterflies, birds, beetles, and even flies are really important pollinators. As we walk through the garden today, we're going to see flowers of all shapes, sizes, and colors. And we're going to learn about what those shapes, sizes, and colors mean for each flower and what pollinator visits them. Let's go and talk to Heather to learn a little more.
The Botanical Garden is a great place to find lots of pollinators because we have a wide variety of flowers. We have all shapes, sizes, and colors. And it turns out that pollinators prefer different things when it comes to shape, size, and color of their flowers. So having a wide variety of flowers means we get a wide variety of pollinators. And those things, shape, size, and color, those are all clues that can help us figure out who pollinates each flower. So let's take a closer look. The size of a flower can often tell us the size of a pollinator. Big flowers are perfect for big pollinators like birds and butterflies. But little flowers are the perfect size for teeny tiny pollinators like flies and ants and bees. The color of a flower is another really important clue. Just like you and I have favorite colors, so do pollinators. Moths and flies, they love white flowers and really dull colored flowers. But hummingbirds and butterflies, they love bright colors, especially pink, red, orange, and yellow. The shape of a flower gives us a little bit of an idea of what our pollinator looks like. For example, hummingbirds, they have that long, skinny beak. They love long, tube-shaped flowers. And butterflies, for example, they like to sit down when they drink nectar. So they like a large, flat flower. Now that you guys know a little bit of these clues and detective skills, let's go put them to the test with an example. This is a columbine flower. Let's see if we can put our detective skills to the test and figure out who pollinates the columbine flower. First things first, columbines are red. They have long tubes and they're medium to large. Who do you think pollinates the columbine flower? It's the hummingbird. That's right. Now that you've figured out how to use these detective skills, let's go inside to the conservatory and talk to Alex and put our detective skills to the test.
Thanks, Heather. I'm here in the conservatory that houses our tropical and desert plants. They often have unusual pollinators, so let's stick to our clues to find out who pollinates these plants. The first plant we're talking about is the agave. It's a very common desert plant. Let's think about the clues to help find the pollinator. This long stalk from the center houses the flowers up at the top. They are white in color, they have a lot of nectar, and they're open at night. Who do you think pollinates this plant? If you guessed a bat, you are correct. This is a bat-pollinated plant. Let's go find another plant and find out what pollinates it. Now let's try and find out the unusual pollinator that pollinates this tree behind me. The traveler's tree is native to Madagascar. Let's look at the flowers to find out our clues. The flowers are way high up in the tree. They're very large flowers. And a bonus hint is that this pollinator is actually a mammal. He's also a king in the movie Madagascar. Do you know who pollinates this tree? It's a lemur. The lemur goes to the flower to eat nectar and also the seeds that are bright blue. The last plants we'll talk about is our collection of bamboo. Bamboo is in the grass family, so it grows really quickly. Bamboo can grow 1.6 inches every hour or over 3 feet every day. Let's talk about the flowers to find out who might pollinate bamboo. The flowers, although it's not flowering right now, are very, very tiny, really high up in the air. The flowers are very simple and the pollen hangs out of them. A bonus clue is that this pollinator is not living. Do you know who might pollinate the bamboo? It's wind. Bamboo is wind pollinated, so the pollen just blows from one flower to another. Thanks for visiting the conservatory. Let's go check in with Eva.
We hope you enjoyed exploring the garden today with us and trying out some new detective skills. Before you go, let's review what we learned today. 1. Pollination is the transfer of pollen from one flower to another. 2. Pollinators are animals that spread pollen. And 3. The way a flower looks can help you figure out who the pollinator is. Next time you see a flower, try to use those detective skills and look at the clues to see who the pollinator might be. And if you want, you can stay and observe to see if you're right. Remember, always thank your pollinators for all they do for you and the plant life cycle. Thank you.